Good afternoon, New York State PTA. I am Kyle Bellikovitsky, and I am so excited to be here with you today with a very special guest. Heidi Felix is here with us from our New York State PTA partner, LifeVac, and we are here to commemorate an incredible special day today. You met Heidi at convention. She came all the way out to Syracuse to talk to you about their fantastic product, which is very near and dear to my heart as a former twice choking victim. But they just reached a milestone that is incredible. As a parent myself, as a choking victim myself, Heidi, what did you just reach as LifeVac?
300 lives saved.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
We're at 303, which is so funny. We went to go celebrate. We're like, oh my gosh, we have 3 more to put on the wall.
Yeah. So Heidi sits in the LifeVac Hall of Saves. When Heidi and I first started working together about a year and a half ago now, they just hit about 100. So now they're at over 300. And I have really watched this journey with Heidi and her team, Arthur, who is the founder of the company. And Heidi sends me a message whenever a save happens, and Arthur and I have become friends, and through Facebook and news stories. Oh, look, I tear thinking of all the work that they do. I've read these stories and they are amazing. They are physically disabled individuals, children, and people like me who have choked. Heidi, thank you for the work that you do on behalf of children and families and the developmental and physically handicapped community. I really, really appreciate the work that you do.
Well, thank you for the work that you do. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share our amazing story.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I asked Heidi to put together a few slides for us today. So she's going to run through those, and then we're going to talk about how you can reach Heidi. We really, really want to get all of these devices, life-saving devices, into our schools, into our PTAs, at our PTA events. So Heidi, share your screen. I'm going to go off camera so you can talk a little bit to our members.
Perfect. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for having me. Let me just tell you a little bit why we want LifeVac in the schools, because we've heard about children, unfortunately, who have passed away in schools, and we don't want that to happen. So, we want to share with you what LifeVac is. It's a portable, non-invasive airway clearance device that's used to resuscitate a choking victim when CPR and choking rescue protocols fail. We are made right here in the United States, in New York, yay, right on Long Island. And it was actually invented by Arthur Lee. As you had said, he is the inventor, the CEO of our company. He had heard a story about a child who had died who was the same age as his own daughter, and he just couldn't sleep that night, Kyle, and he just said, you know what, I need to invent something just in case it happens to me. So one of the things that he really focused on was making sure that it was a patented device that would have no adverse effects. So we'll go into that in just a minute. But his mission and our mission is really to eliminate choking tragedies in our schools and make sure that there's a rescue option for all children and all people, that even regardless of their ability. So the developmentally disabled we're especially passionate about, as Kyle had stated, and it is one of the 4th leading causes of accidental death in children under the age of 14, which is something that's pretty scary as a parent. I mean, Kyle and I shared our stories. I had my own son choked when he was 2, and I knew CPR, and I will tell you, it wasn't working. And I'm really blessed and grateful that gravity took effect, and my son is still alive and well today. But one child dies every 5 days, and choking being the leading cause of accidental death in our school systems, because where did the children spend their days? Is in school. So when a choking protocol fails, and we're not told this when we're in a CPR class, 30% of the time, it may not work. It may not work for a number of reasons. And then there's also situations where you can't do choking rescue. Abdominal thrust on someone, say, for instance, who's pregnant or frail or in a wheelchair may cause damage when performed. Specifically, the children in the wheelchair. We just had a recent save, and I was just sharing this with Kyle earlier. Again, a person who was in a wheelchair, she had a pain pump, and she really could never have been Heimlicked. And so thank God she was saved. So this is another option when protocol fails to remove the airway obstruction. We always encourage everyone to get CPR certified and trained. I was as well, but again, this unit is wonderful. It generates suction that simulates a cough. So if you've ever had a choking incident, and I know, Kyle, you've shared with me your story, but it really does simulate what a cough would do. So the wonderful thing is that the one-way valve prevents the obstruction from being pushed further down when you push on the plunger. It gives it the maximum suction, and there are no adverse effects. A lot of people ask me that question, but it does, obviously the suction dislodges that obstruction, and it's just simulating what your body would do naturally had it the ability to do that. The cost is only $240, so it is an affordable device, and that's for an entire school kit, which has 4 separate kits in there. The device lasts forever. It does not expire. The only thing that you might need to do is replace the masks, which may deteriorate or deflate over time. But the suction apparatus will be replaced at no cost, and that is important when you have actually resuscitated somebody in a choking emergency. Trust me, the things that come up inside that suction apparatus, you don't want to be cleaning it. So we replace the unit for you at no cost. We talked a little bit about the 303 lives saved, 158 of those children. So half of the people that were saved were adults. So choking could happen to you or I or anyone. So it's really important to always be prepared. It is simple, it's effective, it's non-invasive, it's portable. We've got a number of places that people, put it in their car, they put it in their diaper bag, and we're hearing about stories of Good Samaritans saving people, which we'll get into in just a minute. But there are now 5 peer-reviewed studies, and one was just a recent one, and it was for people with dysplasia. So again, these are really important things that are done specifically because they're peer-reviewed, so that the medical community is now accepting this device as something that is another option to resuscitate someone in a choking emergency. We have thousands of schools all across the world that are equipped with LifeVac, but more importantly, right here in New York State, I am one of you. I was a PTA parent for years, and we have a Gold Alliance partnership with the New York State PTA, and we really are happy to be a part of that. So with that, you actually get a special price for this school kit. In New York State only, you will only pay $189 for these 4 devices that would typically cost another school $240. So keep that secret to yourself. But it is, important to state that you always want one in the principal's office. You want one in the nurse's office, obviously in the cafeteria where food is being served, and perhaps in the teacher's lounge or in the PE area where there's somebody also who has been CPR certified and trained. We've had a number of transportation companies that have actually implemented LifeVac on their buses because children are typically eating their breakfast on their bus or on their way home having snacks. So to prevent choking tragedies, they've actually implemented it on a lot of the bus systems. There is training online. It is on our website. You can be certified in less than 5 minutes. And there is also another video to show how to resuscitate somebody who is in a wheelchair. Based on time constraints, you can actually visit my website and see those training videos. One of the things that we like to point out, and this is not just for schools, think about when you send your child into the school, you expect that they're going to have everything that they need in case of an emergency, right? First aid kits, AEDs, and so forth. There is a bit of a liability and risk management that any person who's a landlord has that, they could possibly be sued if they don't have the right equipment on the premises to be able to help somebody in an emergency, whether it be a choking emergency, stop the bleed kits, and things like that. So school officials are really legally required to protect our children, and that's important. Another thing that we are doing is really focusing on equal first aid for all students. There's an organization that has actually proposed a bill in New York State to implement a non-invasive portable airway clearance device in every school. And we do have senators and legislators that are on board. And I'll share some more information with you because you can visit their site and sign a letter of support. Tony Labate is the executive director of Equal First Aid. Her passion is all about helping people who are developmentally disabled, which is also our passion. We want to see a choking poster that actually incorporates how to resuscitate somebody who's in a wheelchair. And thinking about those people who have developmental disabilities are highly likely to choke, unfortunately. Cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, muscular issues sometimes cause choking issues. Children who are on the autism spectrum have a high tendency to choke because they pack their food. And some of them are nonverbal. So I wanted to share with you a story about this child who is our 296th child saved. We call her A. And, her parents are foster parents, both CPR certified, trained in first aid, rescue, and and their child, unbeknownst to them, had stuck a toy in her mouth and started choking. She is nonverbal, so she didn't actually let anyone know that she was choking. And the universal sign is to hold your neck like this. And she, again, does not want to be touched. One of the big things with a lot of the children on the autism spectrum. So, this child, thank the Lord, the parents were on the game. They actually were able to get the LifeVac and resuscitate this child, and she is alive and well today. Thank God, as a result of this. Now, one of the things that I do want to share is there was an Inside Edition. It was something that was very disturbing. And again, it is a video that is on our website. And based on the time that we have today, it's about a 5-minute video. I want to encourage you to go to our website at lifevac.net. And you will witness firsthand a family who went through a choking incident in a restaurant. And again, they were out to breakfast with their child, 10-month-old, who started choking on pancakes. And the mom is a physician's assistant, medical professional, and the baby went limp and unconscious. Now, at that point, she panicked, just like any parent would. And what happened and what unfolded is a nurse, a paramedic, and a CPR trainer all came to her rescue. 4 medical professionals who were all trained on choking rescue could not resuscitate the child. And thank the Lord, Gabriel is okay today because of a good Samaritan who ran to his car and got his own personal LifeVac travel kit, and he resuscitated the child. And I will tell you, he's a hero as far as we're concerned. So it is a very disturbing video. Be prepared, come with tissues, and visit our website to learn more about that. But more importantly, we want to help to end choking tragedies. We're trying to raise awareness because a lot of people don't think it's ever going to happen to them. So having an airway clearance device, and it's a really reasonable solution. It is a $70 device, and you can request a LifeVac kit for your children's school. Simply visit our website at lifevac.net, and you can request a child, again, for your child's school, you can request one kit for them and a special code. This is also, when you think about it, an alternate to protect all the students, because again, you never know if somebody's going to be CPR certified and knows what to do in an emergency. So every child needs to be saved. And so, when you think about the American Disabilities Act, it's really meant to protect children who are developmentally disabled. So the Equal First Aid organization is really doing remarkable work, proposing legislation right here in New York. And I encourage you to sign a letter of support to show how much you care. Really, we're all about saving lives. Think about, you look at any school, has an AED, has a fire extinguisher, they're prepared for, a heart attack or a fire, but you're far more likely to die in a choking incident. So you can save a life with LifeVac. This is a picture of our team, and Arthur Lee is our founder, is in the middle, and our team is so passionate about saving lives. Our mission is to save 1 million lives. We're at 303, and we're hoping and praying that we can get this into all the New York State schools, because to me, that's where I live. This is where I work. This is where our company is based, and we want to make sure we protect all of our students. So here's my contact information. Please get in touch with me. Let me know what I can do to help and support you. I am one of you. I was a PTA parent for 15 years, and I will tell you, it is amazing the work that you all do. And I just want to say thank you so much, Kyle, for giving me the opportunity to present today.
I know, I'm so excited about, as I have personally watched, Heidi, the number of saves creeped up, and you and I, keep in contact and hear these fantastic stories. I carry a LifeVac in my car and in my pocketbook when I go into restaurants. And I hope I never have to use it, but I know that I'm ready. And with this amazing life-saving tool, thank you so much. And I really appreciate the fantastic discount that you're offering New York State parents, which is so great. So again, Felix at lifevac.net. If you want to get a hold of Heidi, you'll know how to get a hold of me, execdirect at NYSPTA.org. We also, as a reminder, have a LifeVac website on our website. So if you go to New York State PTA, you can go right to the LifeVac website. We have to update our graphics because I think we only have 189 saves on our website.
Right?
So you got to send me over a new image with 303 now. Heidi, thanks for being with us. Thanks for bringing life back to the PTA community. Thanks for coming to our convention. We are having Summer Leadership Conference in person. Our members don't even know that yet. So it's the first time they're hearing that. So I hope we'll see you this summer.
What is that? When is it?
It's going to be mid-July. We're not sure on the date yet. We're trying to figure out a date, but we're going to definitely be in person. So we're hoping that you'll be there to meet with more of our members, to talk about this life-saving tool, to talk about really the importance of having a choking plan. I mean, who would ever thought, well, you need a choking plan? I never thought it in my life. You know, my husband never thought he would have to do the Heimlich maneuver on me. Ironically, I taught him and my baseball brothers and sisters and my board of directors literally a week before, how to do the Heimlich maneuver. And he ended up having to use it on me in our own home. Thanks for being here with us today. Thanks for being a fantastic PTA partner with us. And thanks for making a difference, literally saving children's lives in what you do. Thank Arthur and your team on behalf of our president, Dana Playton. I'm so proud of the pictures behind you in your Hall of Saves. And as we work together, I can't wait to see more pictures go up behind you. We will talk to everybody soon. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. God bless.